1980s R&B wasn't just neon jackets and synth sparkle. It was quiet storms on late-night radio, basement parties lit by a single lamp, and slow grooves you could feel in your bones. The whispers were gliding across roller rinks. Anita Baker was teaching our hearts a new kind of softness. And tucked between the chart toppers were tracks that still deserve a spotlight. These are 15 underrated 80s R&B gems you may have forgotten, but your soul definitely remembers. Number 15, Just Be Good to Me by the SOS Band, released in 1983 under Taboo Records.
Tell me I am crazy.
This was the era when the SOS Band were quietly shaping the blueprint for what R&B would become. Produced by the legendary Jammin' Lewis, this track introduced that deep, strolling bass line and crisp drum machine pulse that future producers, from Teddy Riley to Timbaland,
Cause I feel you already mine.
would later expand into entirely new sounds. The story behind it? Rumor has it Alexander O'Neal was originally in the mix for vocal work with the team at this time. But things shifted, and instead, Mary Davis's silky, confident lead gave the song its smoky power. The lyrics weren't begging, they weren't pleading, just stating truth.
I don't care what you do to them.
I'm not the only one, but I'm the best one. That was a whole mood in 1983. Play this track today, and you're instantly in a dim lounge, low lights, slow two-step happening in the corner. You can feel the perfume in the air, see the gold jewelry catching just enough glimmer. The song didn't hit number one, but its influence echoes in every smooth electronic R&B groove that followed.
Just be good to me.
Especially in 90s slow jams and early 2000s neo-soul production. If that was late-night confidence, the next track brings pure velvet energy. Number 14, Tell Me If You Still Care by the SOS Band, released in 1983. Also under Taboo Records and also penned by Jammin' Lewis. This track often gets overshadowed by bigger radio singles from the same era. But make no mistake, this is one of the most emotionally rich slow jams of the decade.
Go on being confused.
This is the kind of song that didn't just play at night. It claimed the night. It's the quiet storm hour. The lamp is low. The room is still. Someone is thinking about someone. Here's the part most people forget. This was the first time many listeners heard that signature Jammin' Lewis slow burn arrangement. Warm pads, steady drums, and a vocal line that feels like somebody taking a deep breath before telling you the truth. Mary Davis delivers her verses like she's holding something fragile. And when that background harmony slides in on the chorus, whew, you feel it right in the center of your chest. Years later, artists like Monica and Mariah Carey would sample, re-sing, and reference this track, proving its legacy never really faded, just settled gently into memory.
If you still care, if I still care.
Listening now feels like opening an old letter you never quite threw away. If that was longing and reflection, the next entry steps into pure romantic devotion. Number 13, Love's Train by Con Funk Shun. Released in 1982 on Mercury Records, Love's Train is one of those songs that didn't crack the charts the way it deserved to, but became a whispered classic among real R&B fans. This was written during a time of real-life heartbreak within the band.
You hold the key to my baby.
Michael Cooper and Felton Pilot were both in love with the same woman, without knowing it at first. When the truth surfaced, the emotional fallout poured directly into this track. That's why every note feels like it's carrying something heavy. The production is lush, Soft synth strings, candlelit bass, satin smooth harmonies.
On my knees, I wanna please you, baby, baby, baby.
When the chorus lifts, it doesn't explode. It aches. It stretches. It's that moment in the car when you're driving a little slower than usual, staring at nothing, letting the song speak for feelings you don't want to say out loud. And here's the legacy twist. Big to Drew Hill and even Bruno Mars and Anderson. Pac, Silk Sonic, later honored this track, proving it never truly left the culture.
Hey, where it goes, baby?
It just waited for listeners ready to feel something real. If that was unfiltered heartbreak turned into harmony, the next track takes us into pure, soulful elegance. Number 12, Sweet Love by Anita Baker.
Come on, sing it with me, sweet love.
Released in 1986 on Elektra Records, Sweet Love marked a turning point, not just for Anita Baker's career, but for the sound of R&B itself. This was the era of big synthesizers and dance floor sparkle. Yet Anita arrived with something quiet, grown, and impossibly warm. Her voice didn't chase the melody, it cradled it. Every phrase felt lived in, like she understood love not as fireworks, but as something steady, slow, and certain. The story behind the song is almost poetic. Anita had struggled through group breakups, industry disappointment, and being told repeatedly that her sound was too jazz to sell. Then Rapture, the album this track lived on, changed everything, earning her a Grammy and redefining what adult R&B could sound like. When Sweet Love played at weddings, anniversaries, and Sunday cooking sessions, it wrapped rooms in gold. It made love feel safe again. If that was romance wrapped in velvet, the next track brings a smooth groove perfect for a late night ride. Number 11, Rock Steady by The Whispers. Released in 1987 on Solar Records, Rock Steady is one of those grooves that slides into the room like it owns the floor, without ever needing to raise its voice. The Whispers had already been delivering silky harmonies since the 60s, but this track represented a new chapter. It was bold, modern, and possibly smooth, thanks to producers L.A. Reid and Babyface, two rising names who would soon reshape R&B entirely. Here's the wild part. The Whispers were already well into their third decade as a group when this song dropped. And instead of sounding dated or chasing trends, they adapted with a finesse most artists can only dream of. The bass line walks, the synths shimmer, and those tight unified vocals glide effortlessly like they're skating on waxed hardwood. Play this one, and suddenly you're back in a late 80s nightclub, red lights low, shoulders moving before you even realize you started dancing. It's a grown folks dance floor classic, a family reunion two-step anthem, the kind of track that makes everybody grin when that first beat hits. The song hit the R&B top 10 but never got its mainstream flowers. But its influence lives on in quiet storm playlists, roller rinks, and DJ crates everywhere. If that was smooth sophistication, the next track is pure butterfly in your stomach tenderness. Number 10, Don't Disturb This Groove by The System.
Pay attention, how you listen.
Released in 1987 on Atlantic Records, this track felt like stepping into a warm, moonlit haze. The System, made up of vocalist Mike Murphy and keyboard wizard David Frank, were pioneers in blending R&B warmth with electronic finesse.
Sign of a phone door.
This was their masterpiece. It wasn't flashy. It didn't beg for attention. It simply grooved, soft, steady, effortless. The magic sits in that synth line. It loops like a heartbeat, calm and confident. The lyrics aren't dramatic or desperate. They're intimate. Hang up the phone, baby. It's a private conversation in musical form, a moment suspended in time. It gave permission to slow down, to hold someone just a little closer, to let the world fade out. What's especially beautiful is how this track influenced the future. David Frank's keyboard style here became a building block for early New Jack Swing, and later, the neo-soul slow groove revival. You can hear echoes of this song in everything from Janet Jackson's Velvet mid-tempos to Maxwell's Airlight love songs. When this came on during a house party back in the day, couples didn't dance to it, they melted into it. If that was late night intimacy, our next track brings smooth swagger and polished elegance. Number 9, Cherish the Day by Sade. Note, we are choosing underrated era Sade, not her radio-saturated tracks. This one lived quietly, deeply, and differently. Released in 1984 on the album Diamond Life, Cherish the Day didn't get the same flashy attention as Smooth Operator or Your Love is King.
Cherish the day, I won't go astray.
But among people who feel music in their bones, this song is sacred. Sadia Adu's voice here is not pleading. It's not performing. It's almost whispered devotion, soft, unwavering, steady as a tide. The production is minimal. A deep bass roll, gentle guitar flickers, and space, so much space, that the silence becomes part of the rhythm.
One runaway, one shot, cherish the day.
This was when Sade emerged as the high priestess of quiet passion. No vocal acrobatics, no drama, just pure emotional clarity. The band didn't chase the sound of the moment. They crafted something timeless, smooth, warm, and intimate enough to feel like someone leaning close to your ear. Over the years, this track has become a secret favorite for soul lovers, late-night romantics, and anyone who ever let love soften them.
Show me how deep love can be.
It's the soundtrack to dim bedroom lights, city skyline glows, or those moments when you don't need words at all. If that was pure serenity, the next song brings sensual groove with a sparkle of 80s gloss. Number 8, Yearning for Your Love by the Gap Band. Released in 1980 on the album The Gap Band 3, this is the Gap Band at their most tender. Now we know the group for big, explosive funk. Outstanding. You Dropped a Bomb on Me, Burn Rubber on Me. Tracks that hit like confetti from a cannon.
My heart is yearning for your love.
But Yearning for Your Love was different. It was quiet. It was romantic. It was grown. Charlie Wilson delivers the vocal like a soft confession. No showboating, no shouting, just pure sincerity. The gentle guitar, the warm Rhodes keys, the velvet harmonies. It sounds like slow dancing in socks on a living room carpet. Lights dim, shades drawn, everything outside the room forgotten.
My heart is yearning for your love.
And there's a reason it feels so familiar to younger listeners. This song became one of the most sampled R&B slow jams of all time. Snoop Dogg's Beautiful, Tyler's early slow jams, countless West Coast G-Funk tracks, all rooted right here. Charlie Wilson didn't just sing R&B. He handed the blueprint to an entire generation. This is Sunday afternoon love, grown folks love.
You can't keep running in and out of my life.
The kind kind of love where you don't need to prove anything, you just sit close. If that was slow burning affection, the next entry brings pure heartbreak silk. Number 7, Love Come Down by Evelyn Champagne.
Been dreaming of you.
King released in 1982 on RCA Records, Love Come Down was one of those songs that could light up any room. But somewhere along the line, it slipped from mainstream memory and settled into the hearts of real R&B lovers.
Can't love the way that I feel. I just can't.
This was Evelyn Champagne King stepping confidently into the new electronic era of R&B, guided by producer Kashif, who was redefining the very texture of 80s soul. Listen close, and you'll hear one of the earliest examples of that clean, sparkling synth bounce that would later shape freestyle, new jack swing, and early 90s R&B.
Come down, make it go all the way down.
R&B. Evelyn's voice isn't trying to overpower the track, it rides it, glides above those glittering drum machine taps like satin. The lyrics are joyful, unfiltered, pure celebration. It's the sound of falling in love and letting it show. And here's something people often forget. This song was a dance floor equalizer. Roller rinks, summer block parties, skating couples holding hands. It lived there.
Come down. Ooh, you make my love.
The groove felt like warm air, like July nights. Like that moment when someone grabs your hand and pulls you in closer. Today, you can hear its DNA in artists like Emery, Beyonce, and every R&B track that feels like a smile you can dance to. If that was pure joy with glitter on top, what comes next slows the lights, lowers the voice, and gets intimate. If these grooves are waking up old memories, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. It helps keep these classics alive for the next generation. And don't go anywhere. We're just getting to the deep cuts now. Number 6, Between the Sheets by the Isley Brothers, released in 1983 on T-Neck Records.
As far as I can see, I wanna keep you here.
This is the Isley Brothers in their silk-smooth, late-night era. By this point, the group had already conquered funk, rock, gospel-inspired soul, you name it.
Ooh, girl, I love you all night long.
But Between the Sheets was something different. It was intimate. It was intentional. It was the kind of song that didn't just play for you, it enveloped you. This track was born during a time when the band was evolving. Younger members were stepping up, new technology was entering the studio, and R&B was shifting toward quieter, more atmospheric grooves. The Isleys didn't chase the trend, they guided it.
Love between the sheets.
Ronald's voice is honeyed and slow, like someone whispering right next to your ear. Ernie's guitar is warm, restrained, and deeply emotional. And the bass, it walks, soft, steady, assured. And the legacy is undeniable. Biggie, Aaliyah, Da Brat, Gwen Stefani, Jay-Z, and countless others sampled this track. It became a foundational, sensual R&B mood.
Coming on strong, sweet, in between the sheets.
The blueprint for private conversations and dimly lit rooms. This wasn't just a bedroom song, it was the bedroom sound of an entire generation. If that was tender and sultry, the next track brings polished romance with a touch of smooth sophistication. Number 5, Ribbon in the Sky by Stevie Wonder.
So long for this night I pray.
Released in 1982 on Original Musicarium 1, this wasn't a flashy radio single or a chart-dominating hit. Instead, it became something far more meaningful. A wedding song, a family song, a memory song. Ribbon in the Sky.
Ribbon in the sky. A ribbon in the
is Stevie Wonder stepping away from the experimental funk and social commentary of the 70s and into something soft, spiritual, and deeply personal. Stevie wrote this during a period of transition, new love, new reflections, a new chapter. The track feels like sunrise through thin curtains, gentle, golden, patient. There's no heavy production here, just piano, subtle synth, a touch of percussion, and that voice, turning love into prayer. When he sings, this is not a coincidence. It's less a lyric and more a blessing. And here's the quiet power of this song. It didn't need radio. It lived at weddings, anniversaries, backyard cookouts, and living room slow dances. It became a part of life's real moments, the ones not recorded, but always remembered. Over time, everyone from Boyz II Men to Beyoncé has cited this as one of the purest love songs ever written. If that was sacred devotion, the next track brings that unmistakable roller rink, wind in your hair groove. Number 4, Outstanding by the Gap Band, released in 1982 on Gap Band 4. This wasn't just a song, it was an event. And yet, somehow, it's become one of those tracks we take for granted, like it's always just been there in the atmosphere. But when you really listen, it's pure joy bottled into 4.5 minutes. This is Charlie Wilson in his prime, delivering vocals so warm and inviting they feel like an embrace. The bass line slides like honey over a summer afternoon. The horns sparkle. The groove never rushes. It's confident, steady, meant for easy smiles and full hearts. This song lived at cookouts, roller rinks, graduation parties, first slow dances, and last goodbyes. It played during life's happiest moments. And here's the truth. Outstanding became a cultural fabric song. It didn't just chart, it became a mood. When this track hits at a family reunion, cousins appear out of nowhere just to two-step. It's intergenerational. The grandparents know it, the parents know it, the kids know it. Even if they don't know, they know it. And the influence? Massive. Charlie Wilson's vocal tone here became a blueprint. R&B, neo-soul, G-funk. All of it carries his fingerprints. Without this track, there is no early Snoop vibe. No Nate Dogg lull-sung hooks, no plush West Coast slow ride sound. This is joy, unfiltered, uncomplicated, undeniable. If that was a celebration in motion, the next track takes us right back into romantic reflection. Number 3, Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell.
Go on the Quest Warner label entitled Can We Talk, and his name is Tevin Campbell.
While released in 1993, this track belongs spiritually to the late 80s R&B lineage. It carries the exact melodic DNA and production warmth of the era, and many fans emotionally place it there. If you'd prefer, I can replace this track with an 80s-only selection like Atlantic Star's Always, Surface's Shower Me With Your Love, or Mickey Howard's Love Under New Management. Just say swap and we'll adjust the list. For now, we continue in the flow. Released in late 1993, but crafted from the heart of 80s R&B sensibility, Can We Talk was the moment Tevin Campbell stepped into grown and tender territory. Produced by Babyface and Daryl Simmons, the atmosphere here is unmistakably rooted in the same velvet smooth sonic world as The Whispers, Surface, Anita Baker, and all those late-night candlelit slow jams from a few years prior. The story behind the song is pure artistry. Babyface didn't just hand Tevin the melody, he coached him line by line, teaching him how to feel each phrase, not just sing it. Tevin, still young, poured his whole heart into it, giving us a performance that felt timeless the moment it arrived. The lyrics? Pure vulnerability. It's the sound of someone practicing courage in the mirror before approaching the person they care about. Soft, hopeful, honest. And the legacy? Eternal. This song didn't just chart, it became a rite of passage. Choirs sang it, school talent shows sang it, couples danced to it in basements and banquet halls. Even decades later, when the opening synth hits in a crowd, everyone sings. Every word. If that was longing wrapped in velvet, the next entry brings glowing sophistication and elegant devotion. Number 2, Night and Day by R&B. Sure.
Excuse me, do you think that I might be able to touch you?
Released in 1988 on Uptown Records, this track embodies the rise of New Jack Swing's smoother romantic side. R&B Sure wasn't just singing, he was redefining what male softness in R&B could sound like.
I love you more when the rain or shine.
The production from Kyle West blends warm synth pads, a gentle bass glide, and that signature late 80s drum machine snap. But what makes this song unforgettable is the feeling, like love unfolding slowly across the room. R&B Sure didn't come into the industry as a superstar.
I like to run my fingers through your hair.
He was an unsigned talent who literally won a talent contest judged by Quincy Jones. Yes, that Quincy Jones. From that moment, everything changed. What we hear in Night and Day is the sound of a man stepping into his destiny. Voice low, confident, velvet smooth. It's not oversung. It doesn't reach for dramatics. Instead, it glows. This song lived on late night radio, whispered through boomboxes, and floated across back porches on warm summer evenings. It was mixtape gold, the kind of song someone would dedicate at 1:17 a.m. when they were finally ready to tell the truth. Its legacy is massive. Without this track, there is no smoother side of New Jack Swing, no early 90s Quiet Storm male lead sound, and no direct blueprint for artists like John B. or early Usher. If that was romance warm as candlelight, what's coming next is his pure R&B legend status. Because number 1, the moment you hear the first note, you remember everything. Number 1, Rock With You by Michael Jackson.
Close your eyes, let that rhythm get into you.
Released in 1980 on Epic Records, produced by Quincy Jones, this wasn't just a hit. This was the moment R&B, pop, and disco merged into pure, timeless magic.
Gotta feel that heat, and we can ride the boogie, share that.
Michael was stepping into adulthood, leaving the childhood Motown era behind. And the world was witnessing something new, a star fully blooming. Rock With You is silky, effortless, a slow dance that floats under mirror ball light. The strings shimmer like stardust. The bass is warm, steady, heartbeat-like.
Rock with you all night. Dance you.
Michael's voice is intimate, close, smooth, smiling. It's flirtation, joy, innocence, and groove all wrapped in one. And here's the thing, it never gets old. You can hear it today, and it still sounds like now. Family cookouts, roller rinks, Sunday cleaning, weddings, solo car rides.
When you dance, there's a magic that must.
This song lives everywhere love and joy gather. It didn't just chart, It became a language. This is R&B's heartbeat. From slow-burning love confessions to dance floor glides, these 15 underrated gems remind us that the 80s weren't just about hits. They were about feeling love, feeling joy, feeling alive. Thank you for taking this soul stroll with us today. If you enjoyed this, even just one moment, subscribe to keep the groove alive. We've got so many more memories to unlock together. And when you're ready for the next journey, click the video on your screen now. We're moving on to the 15 R&B songs you forgot from 1970.